Spark That Sunshine by Anna Nico. Hey guys, it's me Anna here. After a really long time, I have so much explaining to do. To my justification, I did record an episode long time ago and I was so close to uploading it. I even posted my IG post for that podcast. But by the time my tiny brother, he spilled water over my laptop and I just couldn't upload the episode. I even tried to upload it from my tab, but I couldn't convert the audio to video. It took a while to fix my laptop then. And then as time went by, I procrastinated and I didn't upload an episode. And also, I reheard the episode which I recorded before, and that episode felt kind of relevant to right now. So here I am with a whole new episode, and the whole reason behind me getting all too lazy and out of the mood is because of the quarantine sickness I've been affected with. Trust me, it's not COVID. It's just me being locked inside an apartment for a really long time. Made me literally spend my days doing nothing other than binge watching. Also, I had a bit of learning from my postponed exams, which I'm glad it's over. Gosh, I have lots to update to you guys about life and everything of its own. Dude, it's not just with the podcast, believe me. For all my friends who are asking me why I haven't uploaded, guys, I lost interest to do everything I loved. I have 3 unfinished painting canvas just laying down there because I didn't have the interest to finish them off, and you know how much I love painting. I started off not a portrait, as in a scenery, and found it boring and sat there for a while, and then again started another one, because maybe another concept will pull me into painting again, and I didn't complete that either. Just like that, I have 3 of my paintings just existing unfinished. Hopefully I'll finish them ASAP. Also, I did a few portraits and well, it was nice, but I couldn't appreciate it for some reason. Man, it is so hard to fall in love with my artworks. Anyway, I stopped working out and going on diets and all those stuff. I mean, listen, there was a period of time everything felt idle, as in everything stopped and it was just me existing, but the clock was sure ticking. But it's so hard to explain. But the best part of that period of my time in my life is that my dad surprisingly got me a cycle. I didn't even ask for it, and it's a lovely cycle. It's not too huge, but it is an adult but a small size cycle. When I got it, I was all hyped, so I woke up early in the morning about 4:45 a.m. every day and went out of my house every day and then just cycled through my old buildings and untouched paths. My hair was crazy by the end of my ride. I could go as fast as I can and no one can stop me because the streets were empty. And I get to witness everyone opening the curtain early in the morning and all the mothers out there starting their daily routine for their kids and their family. Those moments felt kind of precious, and it sure was an amazing break out of all this enclosed quarantining thingy that I lived in. I now could say that life is just like that. It takes turns and it goes downhill through hurdles and difficult times. But thinking about those hard times, every person in this world has one thing shining across the end of their dark road which keeps us moving towards it. Now, since uni is gonna start, I don't know when will be the next time I wake up that early and show off cycling, but yeah, I will try editing the videos that I took when I went cycling every morning that time and upload, but please do give me some time. Well, so the last 2 months, though it wasn't the fullest and wasn't that good and stuff, but I still did a few things and I'll tell you guys about it. I'll start off with my room. I painted it in a really light olive green and arranged the whole settings of the room, rearranging the bed, the cupboards, the tables, and all those stuff. And I also tried decorating it. It's still not done. I still have lots of things to add to it. But now that I think of it, I honestly don't think I'll ever get to a point where I'll stop decorating it. Because for the next 5 years that I'll be here with my parents, I'll just keep on adding elements to the aesthetics of my room. So yeah. Also, I discovered amazing TV series and also really good animated stuffs. Okay. Firstly, let's talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender. Dude, I loved it so freaking much. The humor, the character growth, the plot, the animation too, everything hits that point. I love it so much. It's one of those things where you can't pick your favorite character. I try to be biased on one, but I just can't. And I even continued on the series of Avatar called Legend of Korra. And it is as good as Atla, as in The Last Airbender. But then, you know what? Legend of Korra doesn't deserve the hate it does. And I'll read out the review a viewer has left. So it goes like this. Such a great show. I ended up watching this recently when it was released on Netflix, and it was well made with great action, animation, drama, comedy, and although it was originally released on Nickelodeon, it is really much a deeper storyline, more in line with the anime style it was influenced by. The creators did a great job with this series with memorable characters, not only in the main characters but also with the standout villains. And there is more to the review, but I don't want to spill spoilers, do I? It was aired in Nickelodeon first and then it was released in Netflix, which I think made a lot of people watch it, especially in this quarantine. So I 100% recommend it to you guys. I'll tell you how I started to watch it. So there's this YouTube channel called The Try Guys. I've been watching them literally from the start. The start as in from this time they started from BuzzFeed. And I love them so much. But anyway, one of the member called Eugene said about this show and how he loved it in one of his videos. Then I asked my friends about it, and one of my friends told it's pretty good and told me to check it out. I honestly had no idea it was animated. Well, now let's get back to the point. So that's how I started it, and it was dope. Now I did start to watch this anime called Haikyuu, and it is really good too. But I will say about that in my next podcast when I actually finish the series. Anyway, also I want to say about a movie to you guys. This movie is called Claws. And yes, it is animated, and you know what? I don't care if anyone says why an 18-year-old teen sees animated stuff. I do wish I saw Avatar as a kid though, but I don't mind seeing them now. In fact, I'm gonna focus a year on forgetting the series and re-binge it on a year later on my first year uni holidays. So, back to the movie Claws. Guys, all I did in this movie was sit and cry. I cried all along. Well, it's about how Santa Claus started giving presents every Christmas. This movie told me and taught me the important messages. And one of them is the true act of good will always spark forever. And guys, seeing this made me never regret being kind to people and always want to act more kindly. P.S. This is my favorite movie ever. That's it. I'm not gonna change this from now. I started to see this movie around 3 a.m. So it was just me weeping literally in the midnight while everyone was fast asleep And after finishing the movie, I was just thinking of how sweet it was and wept through the sunrise and then had a warm cup of vanilla tea. And boy, it was a good start of the day, though I slept right after having the tea. Anywho, remember I used to tell you guys to do something in a week? This time, I'm gonna say to you guys to watch this, as in this movie, The Claws. I'm sorry, it's not The Claws, it's just The Claws. Okay, anyway, that was so confusing. But anyway, let's just pretend that never happened. It's a great movie. I don't know if you'll cry as much as I do, but trust me on this one. And that is it for the review part of this podcast. I don't think I have ever reviewed anything this detailed, but here you go. I will do this on every series or movies that I really love, okay? Now that I'm actually uploading my episode, it feels great, to be honest. And honestly, I did get upset that not much of people hear this right now, but I'm still gonna try my best and do this. Apart from how heavy it makes me feel in one side, this is something I really love doing, and for the very few, as in just 4 to 5 people actually asking about how my podcast is going on, you guys, you're my only motivation that makes me still do this, seriously. So since uni is gonna start, I might get busy, but a self-promise is that I will upload 1 episode a month at least. So let's keep up to it. Anyway, did you guys notice of how much YouTubers started this podcast this quarantine? I'm not even kidding. I'll tell you. With the Try Guys partners. And yeah, Zach is engaged. Okay, fine. That was too irrelevant here. Moving on. Then Alex Myers, he started one. And then Lord DIY and few more too. I'm sure not the only one who started podcast. I can see that. But if you're a podcast listener, you would know that. Anyway, so some of the thing I did this time is that I discovered few really dope YouTube channels. One of them is Lin Trong, which is basically where I get my inspiration to live aesthetically. Thank you, Moonchild, for introducing me to her. Also, Kira and Nate, man, they are amazing. They are the type of people I pursue to be friends with. But wait, I always knew about them. It's been so long since I knew about them. So it's not me discovering it recently. Never mind. I had to mention them because I really like them. Okay. And also, Eamon and Beck, they are Canadian YouTubers, I guess. So they're these couples who live in a van and travel around the world, literally. And they also share their van building journey, which is dope. And it's something way out of my comfort zone, but at least I enjoy having time in their van. I enjoy seeing them having fun time in their van. Guys, you must see their new van shower. Gosh, they made it so creatively. The space is so utilized in a tiny freaking van. Anyway, the best YouTube channel that I've recently discovered is this dude called Mark Robert. Guys, this dude is so brilliant. He freaking worked for NASA and then for Apple company. And he's a really smart mechanical engineer. And he quit them both and became a YouTuber who posts once a month. So it's just 12 videos per year. I swear to God, those 12 videos are really valuable. And it is so good. He's a guy who makes science so freaking interesting. So, let me tell you about one of his videos. He tried to measure approximately how much pee is present in a swimming pool. Now he went to Canada and he did a research with a scientist called Lindsay. Now, how they measured the amount of pee is by figuring out how much artificial sweetener is present in the pool. They could measure it by the urea, but they didn't want to do that. Why, you ask? Because urea is not just formed from urine, but also from our sweats, which won't give the accurate amount of how much pee is present in a swimming pool. Also, the chemical which makes artificial sweetener is present in lots of food than we think. Believe me, you could check it out from his video, which I will for sure link it below. But guys, what I want to tell is the most fascinating point which I want to convey to you guys, okay? So, you might say not everyone pees in a pool, or maybe the pool that you go is pretty clean, so there's nothing to worry about it. But guess what? Every pool has chlorine present in it. Yeah, you agree, I agree, we all know that. And chlorine has a lot of advantages too, honestly. But then, when this chlorine reacts with the urine, it forms this compound called trichloramine. And this is a substance which gives that particular smell of chlorine when you enter a swimming pool. Well, we all know the different type of smell we get whenever we go to the swimming pool, yeah? Now, Mark conducted an experiment about this. He was kind of curious about, isn't the smell which we go to the swimming pool from chlorine, or is it from trichloramine? So what he did was he tested 2 buckets. So one bucket was with just chlorine water, and the other bucket was with chlorine water but a little amount of urine in it. And guess what? After 3 exact days, he opened the buckets and he could smell the smell of chlorine, which we usually smell in a swimming pool, by a large difference. So this made me go that every swimming pool that I went to had a lot of gross stuffs behind it. But anyway, the worst part is when he estimated the huge amount of artificial sweetener present in a pool, and also the huge amount of side effects of trichloramine. You know what? Some people have red eyes after swimming. Well, it's because the trichloramine. And this just blew my mind. Red eyes from swimming is because of trichloramine. Who knew this? And yeah, so in the end, he concluded saying, guys, be cool and don't pee in the pool. For some reason, this video made me really gross out and also love it so much. Well, yeah, I know right now almost everyone will return to their daily routine post-COVID and be busy, but just with a mask and social distancing. But guys, do check out these type of fun and scientific videos, which I honestly love, and I am so not a nerd. You will enjoy it when you see it, believe me. Anywho, whatever I told you all is from his videos, so yeah, I will link it again. But if you guys want scientific things like this, I will do research and I will actually tell you about this podcast, so do let me know. Anyway, guys, that is it for this episode. It's just a simple one where I told what I've been doing since the time I didn't talk to you guys. I didn't say or talk about a particular topic or anything like that this time, and I really hope this wasn't boring. Now, yeah, back to my song suggestion for this podcast. So the first one is Lonely Eyes by Love. Oh, I just found this recently and I love it. Next one is Mad at Disney by Salem from TikTok, and yes, I know, I love it too. And also Heather by Conan Gray. This song lyrics, I love it so much. So yeah, check them out, and obviously I will link it in my description below. And also, I want to end today's episode by repeating the quote from Klaus, which says, "True act of good will always spark forever." So guys, this is Anna Nico signing off today. Bye bye.